Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing tonight? So, figured since I have the time today, since I have a little weird work schedule this week, so I wanted to fit in something today. I got work tomorrow, so I probably won't stream tomorrow. Um, Wednesday, depending on how I feel, because well, I do work on Saturday. I mean Tuesday, and I do work on this Thursday. I'm also working this Saturday, so it's like I personally usually like the day after work. I usually I rest it off where I do other things because I use my voice a lot during work. So just the next day is like resting voice day. But depending on how it goes, since they are shorter during the weekdays, so I might be able to do it do a Wednesday or do a Friday. It just depends on how it goes out. But I did want to squeeze one in tonight. So as you can tell with my UI here, I got a new whole like starting soon screen I put together. Some of it is so it's technically a little bit you might spot a few things that are like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Like my little my Oni moon thing in the bottom left. I made that myself. And so I was making when I was making my 3D VTuber model, like the designs for the outfit, I wanted like a sort of like unique identification sort of like character of a way. Like while I still have my like the AlizarinRed logo with the that I use for the A and the AlizarinRed, I sort of wanted something more tied to the character itself and not just a name branding thing for my streams and such. So I designed this like sort of like it was at first it was like just a blue moon behind a mountain rising, but I'm like, I want to do something more unique, more stylistic, something that I feel would like look like something decent on a hoodie you would wear or something like that. Sort of reminiscent of similar more of the classic like skater gear you would wear sometimes. Um, but I ended up coming with like pulling the Oni aspect into it, and how you see like there's a face in the moon and stuff like that. So I was like, yo, let's be cool. I'll probably go into it more at a later date, like when I actually revealed like the full model. Like reveal, like I've already shown, like for the most part, you can see what the character looks like in most areas. I socials, but I'm still waiting for the webcam to come in. Still waiting for well, not come in. I still have to purchase it. I'm purchasing the Switch 2 first, then I'll get the webcam. But yeah, that's and then also of course I have to get my the what's it called, the audio interface. That way I can move away from this like microphone that I really have so much annoyances with. But um but once that's all done, my hardware should be for the most part fully upgraded for streaming. I mean, I still have other things I need to upgrade on my PC. Like I'm having not issues, but I'm running into like problems with the fact that like I'm running a lot of programs that I need like even more RAM nowadays with what I do and all that. So I might have to just upgrade my RAM eventually. That's not too much of an issue. One of the issue that I probably will have to run into is swapping out some of my fans in my PC. I've never actually done that before. I know it's like really easy to just unscrew it and then screw them in, but like anytime that I have to do something new with the PC, hardware wise, I'm always like, ugh. but but yeah. Allergies are a little kicking my butt a little bit. I feel like a little stuffy in a way. I don't know why. If I am or what, but outside of that though, I think we're pretty good. We're pretty solid. As you can tell, like I said with my UI here, it's I've done a few things with it. Yeah, let me show you. I can post some emotes in chat here. Do 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 do. So, of course, we have the whole scrolling like emotes in the background. I of course have the emote chat box in the right now. I have a nice, really nice flowing chat. Let me just show this. Post a whole bunch here. Let me just type a lot. Type. And then copy, paste, 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 paste. All right, large message, and then as you can see, it scrolls behind the mountain as it gets more and more messages. So I'm pretty happy how this looks. It's very clean. It allows people just to send in messages through chat real quick and easy. It does here. Let me show you an example. Like since my app here that I use, I can trigger fake messages through it. So I'll show you some here. So we'll send it when it's live though. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Okay. So like for example, there's two, and then the third one. Veto Ninja is the app I'm using, which is why there's a URL being posted. So let's get an idea. Like there's a Lucy that does hearts there. Through YouTube, whatever. I don't have that even on my YouTube. I mostly do Twitch stuff. So, let's see. Yeah, there's Bob. I think that's supposed to represent bits, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, it does say YouTube. Let's see where the Twitch sub pop up. I mean, maybe I don't have that on here, but I do have a pop up sort of thing. So yeah, let me clear that out. All right, there we go. I also, I mean, I have technically a few other things. So wait, I didn't close it. I get it. Okay. A few other minor things, like as you can see in the bottom right, I have now the song that is technically still the same element. I just have it shrunken down and placed in a proper fitting area. I still need to replace my actual like song track. I still have to get that done. I've been going back and forth with a lot of things, between working with like stuff with Jabroni Mike, with Vinny doing stuff, as well as website stuff for Vinemon, and even a website thing for this music thing I've been testing out. I've been like crazy busy with a lot of different things, mostly of my own creation, the note, but I this is what happens, and of course I work and all as well. But here, let me actually show you what I've been working on website wise. It's still technically in work in progress for the most part. Most things are working on it though. Let me pull that up though. New websites. Put the URL there. 2560 by 1080. Alright, here we go. Let me go to interact. So this is basically this is the website. It's as a lot of things aren't finished yet. Alright, I can't even scroll on this thing. Use arrow keys. Alright, this is annoying. I can click, but I just can't scroll. 1 second. Search out refresh browser. No. Oh, that's weird. Here, 1 second. Let me close it because it doesn't work with this for some reason. Let me just grab another browser thing here. Here, I'll use. I have another browser here. Where is it? Where's Ray? Here it is. Da-da-da. Alright, and then go over to here and close this. Open. There, this should work. Put this over here, and then let's capture it. Captures. What's the capture? Window capture. Here we are. Websites. And then we will capture Ray. All right, there we go. So here is basically the website here. So this is a work in progress, as I said. Um, there's a lot of cool things on this to check out. It's trying to be as informational as possible. There are things in work in progress I have to work on. Mostly minor things, but at this point, it's pretty far along. So, for example, we have Apple here. It has a shiny, of course, and there is a little loading things when it's trying to load something. So usually it's pretty snappy, but I'll show you in a second how when it's not snappy for the most part. But yeah, you can do shiny. You can turn back, see the back sprite, and the reverse. And since it has no female form, it has the female form disabled. It shows the type weaknesses, and it does count if it has double. Currently, it does not count for abilities. If there's an ability that boosts or removes immunities, that I will probably have to figure out how to account for. That will, yeah, it will require a lot of like manual, make sure, double checks this, all that nonsense. But as of the right now, this is just purely based on the types and the calculation. And if you want to know what the calculation is, we have a type chart right up here. And very simple type chart. It tells you exactly what it is. Question mark type, internally and personally, we always called it mystery type. So we're just saying it's mystery type here. We might literally like actually like in the game we might eventually change it in post game just to make it more consistent with what we call everything. Not sure if we are or not. Question mark type still works in general, so. But yeah. Like I said, there's still some things I need to tweak here. For example, like this here, we have the corners sharp here. Well, I didn't realize it also did this one. So that's because this is one of this group, and this is one of this whole group. So I gotta fix that. We got locational data. This is in the works, are still a work in progress because there's some maps that in data are located here, like the dungeon map, when that is technically not here. This is no wild Vinemon encounters, but you know. But it does list you, and also has some like dev placeholder stuff that you'll never see in game, but it is there. For example, in Beanstalk Village, in Yume, it's via Lander in Beanstalk Village. There was a testing in that if you'd place grass in there, you'd be able to encounter in Yume. A thing that I have to prune off. A lot of manual stuff. Like for the most part, I was transferring all the JSON file or transferring the text file of the game into JSON, and I was just doing it over and over and over. So for all the files. So, but yeah, for the most part, this all works. So you can see like Route 5 via land. It does this and tells you the level. I will probably eventually do a percentage of like rarity and see how that goes. But I mean, this information is already pretty consistent and pretty well off. So, but I might colorize it maybe to show, because we already have colorization for the wild items. I'm gonna change this name to item drops in the future. That was just a placeholder name. Documentation is not listed yet. Once we get more interesting documentation, mainly in relation to like how in-game stuff, as well as like origins of the design or the mons, that is going to be going into the documentation tab. So that's the goal for that. I just don't have that in yet because we just have so many mons. Now going from there, we go to the View Vinemon tab. And here we have a whole bunch of plethora of options, as well as all the mons listed here. They all have their little icon, they all do their little dance. You can sort it in top to bottom or bottom to top. Alphabetically, if you really wanted to do that. You can see like Amalgameme is the first one, alphabetically. And then in the back is a zombie is the last. So let's go back to the normal order. Of course, you can also search. So I could search Apple, and you get all the apple named. I might eventually update this to refer to the descriptions or the dex entries, because we do have some mons that refer to apple. For example, I think it's Belief or Belbonic. Is it Belbonic that says apple? These sightings are like sort of leftover data within the code. I have to prune that out. Where is it? I think it's maybe the next one that has it. Wait, why ain't that working? Is that a bug? Oh, I think that's a bug with Ray. Because it's no, it is. It has the number. Or maybe here. One second. Let me go over to Firefox here. Does it work in Firefox? Yeah, it works in Firefox. Oh, wait. Is it? Yeah, it seems to be like a Ray bug because it's working in Firefox for me. I think. Well, it was. Wait, why is it not going next? Alright, that's weird. There's like I have a weird bug to fix here. Alright. Well, that's something at least I caught now. Apparently it won't let me go to the next one on the list here. But yeah, I can go here and it does. But then, alright, yeah, that's a weird bug. That's a consistency I have to figure out. But outside of that, and so of course the Vinemon, you get all the searching here, pretty good. Like I said, it says, I know apparently it doesn't say apple. I thought it originally said apple, like belly bit the like the back of apple or whatever, but I guess not. And then of course we have the item listings. This one's a little more simple, doesn't say the stats. You can order it. ID number refers to the ID of the actual like items code. And then we have, of course, we have cash, and it tells you the most of the. I think this is the least expensive. Yeah, there's no cash for that, so these just you can't sell. Missing items. Missing items are you currently using the missing item thing. I have to make a new sprite for that. And then of course you have all the categories. So if you really want to look through trash, you can. You can also combo that with IDs, so you could go through trash and that. Or alphabetically say, oh, blue arrows are number 1, or like adamant orb. Nope, a lot of the items are not in the game. These are just things I have to prune out. These were just in the item text files of the game. So we have to like go. I have to go through that stuff. Let's see, what's the most expensive? Is it Time Orb? No, it's NA. Corruption Blade is the most expensive. And you guys don't know what this is, so this is a little teaser here for a future thing. So, that's a little sneak peek. Or DLC. Hee hee hee. And then we got a few moves. This is another one that's pretty cool. This one I currently have it, so it prunes all the unused moves. I might, for our moves and abilities, I might incorporate a currently not in game option or disable or something like that, so you can see what's technically available, but is not on any mon, if you catch what I'm saying. So if say for example someone is playing the game, or like one of the fans want to help or suggest a new move set, they can literally go in and say like, oh hey, I see you guys have this cool move here. It's not in, none of the mons know it. Can you? It might make sense to put it on this mon or whatever. And of course, you could, sort through all these options. You can see, oh, I want to see a fighting type with high power. Oh, that's low power. High power. Okay, so they got, oh, Falcon Punch. I never heard of that. What is that? And you see, oh, it's a physical fighting type, 150 power, 100 accuracy. It says it makes contact, -3 priority, and it's a punching move. It allows the user if frozen. This move will fail if hit during charging. So like, and then from there you can see, oh, what mons have it. Oh, interesting. And with that knowledge, though, let's see if we could find one real quick. No. Well, a lot of people will get Aura Sphere, Secret Sword. So, alright, so this is something that I haven't implemented just yet. But mons that are can only be taught by one mon, like one mon can only have this one move. I will eventually make it so it will say it's a signature move of that Pokemon, or that Vinemon, I should say. So we do have that for our abilities tab. Another thing that's I am working on getting it so it prevents unused abilities. That's another thing I'm still working on. But the abilities tab, it does do that. So this is a signature ability of Arachnoscope, and it does all this. This one, the color on the coloration isn't finalized. It's still new. I just copy pasted it from the other section. Um, this colors of this section also will probably be worked on as well. But this is get an idea though. It's pretty cool. And this also takes into account if it's a line learns it or has it. So Wyzook and Wyizmer, Wyizma, and Wyzook get this. So, and then it counts as a signature. They have big packs. It's a 3. So it does take in account that sort of thing. The sort button does not work currently. I haven't added many sort options in this category yet. Still just a work in progress. Outside of that, over here, you can do the same thing. You can see the information, see which ones can carry it. See that, oh, Babonic Belief. Okay, cool. Same with like rare items here. It's like, and this is category of like rarity. I will probably add like a percentage chance somewhere on here, maybe like next to common. I do have a sort of category area up here that I'm gonna probably put more options. I do want to do a sort of like maybe a pop-up or something to do like a comparison chart of like mons, see like stat wise. That's something I might get to working on or get into, but it's just an idea I have for such. Then of course we have like the abilities here. You see which ones they learn, so it gets no egg moves because it's not a starting mon, and then you see all the TMs they learned, and it's pretty interesting. Also, Ray does have little issues on some of the settings I have here. Interesting. But the website was mainly made in Firefox. I tried to make sure it always has like Chrome support. So, but yeah. Of course, we got randomize. I always like to do a little randomize option, so you can like pick and choose. Like, oh, you want to make a team. Another option I do want to implement into this website eventually is a save team option where you can build out a team, select the moves and whatnot. But that's gonna be a whole larger process. This was been mainly just me condensing all the data from the game into this, allowing you to look at it in a nice, organic, and easy to understand way. The breeding thing will probably make its own category as well. Just so you can see like, oh, what mons can breed with this mon? Let's click on the field button. I also want to upgrade abilities currently. It says that you hover over and it tells you what the ability does. I want to make these like clickable so it goes into the ability pop-up. Like I said, the ability thing was the most recent thing I just worked on, so. Probably the same thing with the electric thing. If I click on the electric, it should probably open up this and select electric. Or something like that so you can see all the electric types. Same with maybe a type effectiveness as well. I'm not sure. But I just want to make everything like, if you're you think about it, they're like, okay, I want to click on this, I want to know more about it, stuff like that. Same with like in here, I want to probably change the types, the type thing to the icons, just for consistency. Same with the status, update the status icon to look like, where is it? To look like this. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing for the past couple weeks off from streaming and all that. I've just been working on all this, getting a nice sort of idea, all that. So, yeah. See, now it's working. See, I don't get, that was a weird, like, inconsistent bug. Also, why is this resizing? I shouldn't be doing that. I guess maybe it's because I have these multiple options in this. Yeah, see, a lot of things I have to tinker with, figure out. But yeah, like since Sorbet isn't so many locations, you can see like, oh, it's in Route 5, it's in Lake Entropy, it's in yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, I have to tinker with a few things. Like I said, it's still work in progress. But yeah, with that out of the way though, let me close this. And hey Jitch, welcome to this chat. Also, why did that not show in my overlay? 1 second. Let me see if I can turn that on. Emotes. Emotes? That should have shown. I don't get why it wouldn't. Do. Visibility options, maybe? Yep, sounds good. I'm very happy with how the how this whole stream setup is looking right now. It's been a good time. This was another thing I was working on my off time of streaming. I've just been doing a whole bunch of like random nonsense, and we're gonna hop right into the game soon. Just doing a sort of pre-stream, sort of showing off. I'm still looking for the option on here because I did recently update the social stream app, so I mean it didn't really change any options. It's just like I just went through and like cleaned up stuff. Let's see, maybe it's in mechanics. Oop, I didn't mean to trigger that. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Maybe they moved it somewhere else. 1 second. Chatbot and yeah. Scroll board, interactive games. Global settings, this might be it. Optional chat services. Yeah, this looks like it. Disable chat services or filter by specific thing. Discord channels to allow. I'll call it there's like Discord related things you can do now. Mechanics maybe? Add BTTV. Yeah, here we go. Found the option. That add all my emotes. Also, I'll do that too. Only monthly featured messages from YouTube are marked as membership. No, I don't like that. That's cool. All right. Now, let me update the URL. I'm not the background. All right. Now can you, if you can, test the emote? Then we should be good. Also, let me there we go. That looks good. So let me test the sound effects I have here.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, cool. That works. Actually, let me let me see how this looks. Wrong. Cool, it does show in chat. Nice. So I got 7TV emotes as well. Well, no, that was Frank Crazy. I don't have it showing up or 7TV emotes showing up in my actual like overlay of OBS. So I might have to figure out how to do that in the future. But yeah, pretty happy with this stuff. Guess we'll start and head over to the game now. Oh yeah, wait. 1 second. Before I do that, I want to see if I can get point redeems to show in chat. Something that always bothered me. Point redeems. Um, values, award points for donations. Enable point triggers. Yo, someone went sicko in chat. Doesn't seem to be an option for points. Redeems, maybe, is what it's called? Redeems? Doesn't seem so. Well, that's something I have to... Maybe I'll have to find an alternative thing. I mean, there's... So on the new update on this Social Stream Ninja, they added a whole bunch of really interesting, like, technical stuff to do. So they have an event flow editor that's like sort of node based. And so I could, if something happens, I could have it play something or trigger an OBS scene or something like that, which is really cool. So you can like set up like, say for example, it says triggers, message contains, let's see, message contains blank, block message, or message contains emote or something like that. Have it spend points. You could really, it's a really cool customization now. So you could just like set up really cool stuff. Man, this is like something I'm very happy that I'm like actually like I found like early on in production of it. I think it was early on production. It was much different now, so they're doing very good improvements on it. So I'm very happy with it. Like any streamer, especially starting out, using this has been like really nice overall. So, but yeah, let's go over now to the game. Let me just close out some of the website stuff I have open right now. Alright, that's good there. And yeah, I can close that and leave that open with me.